Hey, what's up, everybody? I didn't go over technicals last night, so I'm about to give you your beginning of the week technical analysis. All right, cool deal. Looking back at last week, at my technical analysis, looking at DXY dollar index, I told you guys that I wanted to see the week start out bullish, come up and retest our level at 0.92, 0.82. We see that we did get that retest, but when we hit that level, we was not able to break that level. And as you can see, if you look directly to your left, you will see this engulfing candle here, this bearish engulfing candle of this bullish candle, which my mentor Michael Huddleston calls an order block, bullish order block. We can see once price came up and retest that level at that order block, bullish order block, we can see price started to softly sell off. So that's why you see my arrow going up and you also see my arrow going down, because there was always a likelihood that price could sell off when it reached this level at this bullish order block. So with that being said, we see that this week the dollar started out bearish when it opened up today. Um, Yesterday it was fairly neutral. Did not do give us too much movement. However, it did end the overall day out bullish very slightly. And then we see today that we are bearish. We are down. DXY is down for today slightly off of these levels. So if we do close this day out, if this daily candle closes out bearish, then I do expect to see the dollar continue to um, move bearish for the rest of the week and potentially break down below these lows and come down to fill in this imbalance that we see to the downside. So with that being said, let's look at our currency pairs. We can see that our currency pairs gave us that down movement that we want to see last week, and then we opened up this week bullish off of this level, opposite of the dollar, because we know that our currency pairs move opposite of the dollar. However, I do see this area of liquidity here, this liquidity pool coined by my mentor also. um, so if the dollar does indeed continue to push to the downside, we know that our currency pairs do indeed move in the opposite direction of our dollar. So if we expect to see the dollar to roll off bearish, then we expect to see our currency pairs push up bullish. And with our liquidity pool being up here to the upside, that makes perfect sense and that coincide with our analysis. So let's move on and look at GBPUSD. Same thing. Now GBPUSD has already came up and captured that liquidity pool that I had targeted, and that's why we can see price start to sell off, so we can distribute some of that liquidity back to the downside so we can balance the markets out. So once we get here, if the dollar continues to pump down, I do expect to see GBP USD push up to the upside to go ahead and finally fill in this imbalance that we've been targeting here since June the 16th. So let's look at NZDUSD. Same thing with NZDUSD. I didn't have an area of liquidity marked for NZDUSD. However, um, we do see similar movement in NZDUSD that we did out of GBPUSD. We see that up movement, and now we see markets start to sell off after that push up and that wick up here. We could very well see NZDUSD come down to retest the bottom of this structure here that I have drawn out right here, this red structure. We could see NZD come down to retest the bottom of that, which is the top of this previous structure that we have to the downside. And if the dollar continues to push down, then I do expect to see NZD USD push to the upside off of that structure. With that being said, let's look at silver. um Silver, with the dollar, if the dollar continues to push down, and if silver is able to break back above this structure here that I have drawn out, then I do expect to see silver continue to push up to the upside. Looking at gold, um gold is still doing its thing. um Gold opened up the week bullish. So we just came up to this previous structure here where price is currently at. So I want to see if gold is going to come back down, filling this imbalance, and then shoot back up to capture this liquidity pool that I have marked here, and potentially keep pushing to the upside to retest this previous high at 1917. So we'll see how that ends up for the week. If not, if we come down and fill in this imbalance and break below these levels, then of course I will look for this retest of these levels and for gold to come down and retest this previous low on this wick here. So just let me see something real quick. Okay. Looking at oil, we see oil is still pushing up off of the level that I had oil pushing up off of. We've captured this liquidity that I had marked here, and I do want to see oil, as I've told you before, continue to push up and retest $76, and continue to push to the upside. Looking at U30, I do want to see U30 push down if the dollar continues to push up. I'm sorry. If the dollar continues to push down, then I do want to see U30 push up to break, to retest this previous high and continue to make new all-time highs. We see that we got these equal highs right here, which we know this is a liquidity pool. So if the dollar continue to push down, I do want to see US 30 continue to push up. However, in between now and Asian markets tonight, we could see U30 sell off to come back down and retest this previous low here, this previous level in this previous low, before we see that upward movement. We very well could see U30 fall all the way down to retest 32,864 levels. That is a high possibility. So I will be paying attention to the markets to see if the markets start giving us any indications of movement in either of these directions. So I appreciate y'all looking at this video, reviewing this video, getting this knowledge, and empowering yourselves. Let your family and your friends know you love them while they still here. And as always, peace and love, everybody.